This video is for everyone that has been working hard but has not been getting the results that they want. Every single person, regardless of gender, could benefit from being more in their feminine, soft energy, because this energy is about receiving. Most of us are way too much in our masculine energy because society and economy and being driven by money all pushes us to be in our masculine energy. And at work or wherever we are part of, we're constantly pushed to chase things to get results. Being in your feminine energy is about receiving. It's about working smarter, not harder. It's about doing less but receiving more, because if we're constantly in our masculine energy, we're actually never able to receive things in life because we're constantly chasing and pushing things away. Now in this video, I'll explain to you, first of all, why everyone should be in their feminine energy, and secondly, how to actually embody more feminine energy in your life in order to attract and manifest things into your life. Because this can only be done from the feminine energy. My name is Davy. I'm a PhD student in chemical engineering at the University of Cambridge. And in my free time, I love to study anything psychology, self-development, even went into the quantum physics of manifestation. And I really want to bring science and self-development together, which actually have a lot of overlap. Today, I want to talk about feminine energy. And this is such an important energy for people who have just not been living a balanced and successful life, because the feminine energy is about receiving and attracting and manifesting things into your life. So if you've been struggling to do this, watch this video. I'll first explain why everyone needs more feminine energy into your life, and then actually go into embodying more feminine energy and practices that you can do to cultivate your feminine energy. So the first one, why should everyone embody more feminine energy? But feminine and masculine energy are not gender specific. Feminine energy is about creation and receiving things and manifesting things, while the masculine energy is about chasing things. It's about safety and our survival instinct. So most of us are mostly driven by our masculine energy, which is our survival instinct. You know, the economy is based on it, money, and 99.99% of the politicians or people at the top are all acting from their masculine energy because they conquer and they gain power through instilling fear in people, which is all masculine energy. And when we're at work, when we have to chase work tasks or achieve certain goals at work, we're all pushed to be in our masculine, outward taking action energy. And there's nothing wrong with the masculine energy. We definitely sometimes need the masculine energy. But if we're constantly in our masculine energy, we will actually never receive or achieve anything, because the masculine energy is outward. It is a chasing energy. And if we're constantly chasing everything in our life, that implies that those things are running away from us, and we will actually repel them and never be able to achieve our goals. While the feminine energy is about leaning back and becoming the point of attraction, attracting things into your life. And of course, sometimes, you know, when you're trying to attract a certain goal into your life, maybe it is money, which is a masculine energy. It is not about that you never have to take any action, but it is about understanding that you need the right balance of action and receive. So the feminine energy is really about manifestation, about creation, about understanding that you're the creator of life. You become the point of attraction. Feminine energy is in a way related to the work smarter, not harder. There is this belief that the harder you work, the more you'll achieve. But we all kind of subconsciously know that this is not true, because there are people who are really successful who are not necessarily working harder than the postman who is delivering the post every day. So now we understand that we need to cultivate this receiving feminine energy into our life in order to achieve more. So now let me get into how to actually cultivate more feminine energy in your life. Let me give you 5 practices that you can use to embody more feminine energy. So the first practice is practicing gratefulness. And you might have heard this one before because it's a general concept in manifestation, but I can explain to you why this gratefulness is so important. Whenever we're in our masculine energy, we're acting from our survival instinct. So we make achieving this money as important subconsciously as being alive. So we're in our survival mode and we want to control the situation. Now, practicing gratefulness takes you out of this survival mode. It actually makes you appreciate what already is. It doesn't mean you're accepting what is and not striving to achieve more than you already have. It just means that you take a moment to appreciate what you already can be grateful for in your life. And being in that high vibrational gratefulness energy, you're actually able to attract more good things into your life, because a grateful person is a person that is in an abundant energy and will attract more abundance in their life. You can always find things to be grateful for. Maybe it is a family member, maybe it is the food on the table, maybe it is the air that you breathe, maybe it is your health or your friends or the opportunities that you have in work. And it doesn't mean we're settling. Gratefulness doesn't mean you're settling and like, okay, I'm grateful now, so I don't want to achieve more. No, gratefulness means I still have my goals and dreams that I want to achieve, but I'm also super grateful for what I already have. And embodying that higher vibrational gratefulness energy, only then you're actually able to receive and attract those new goals into your life. The opposite of gratefulness is resentment. So if you're in resentment of your current life circumstances, you will only attract more life circumstances that you're going to be resentful of. That gratefulness is what lifts you into a higher frequency at which you can manifest things into your life that are also of those higher vibrational frequencies, with which I mean good life circumstances. Second tip for embodying feminine energy is entering a flow state. What is a flow state? A flow state is a state of being that is in between anxiety and boredom. And reaching a flow state is applicable to any aspect of your life. And when it comes to work, for example, reaching a flow state is a state where you don't have too much to do, where you're getting anxious and overwhelmed, but you're also not bored. So the task that is at hand is still challenging enough. And when you find that right balance for yourself, you enter a flow state. So how do you actually do this? Well, at any point in time when you're working on something, you can feel whether it's actually making you bored or whether it's making you anxious, right? Now, if something is making you anxious, that means there are too many tasks at hand. What you need to do then is cut up the task into smaller, more bite-sized pieces. Or you should maybe create an overview or a schedule of everything you need to do, so that you can move away from that anxious feeling and just only focus at the task at hand. And if you're on the other hand of the scale and whatever you're doing is making you feel bored, that means that whatever you're doing is not challenging enough and you should strive for more, or set yourself a new, more advanced goal to get more out of whatever you're doing. What I personally like to do as well is, if you type into YouTube flow state frequency or flow state music, there are certain frequencies, and this has been scientifically proven, that make you more likely to enter a flow state or a feeling of flow state. Because we are all frequencies, our emotions are frequencies, sound is a frequency as well, and can actually directly affect the emotional frequencies that we're feeling. Now, what I also like to do before any work task is tell myself I'm gonna do this task from flow. And flow is really about letting go of control and just going with what is. Not really looking too far ahead, just focusing on the task at hand that you have in front of you, and do that from flow and creativity. And I know that if an anxious thought pops up or a stressful thought about all of the other million things that I have to do, I release those immediately, because that is bringing me back to anxiety and I want to stay in my flow state. Those tasks will come later. I'm just going to focus on what is here now and do that from flow. Because if I know that if I do it from flow, it will actually go much quicker and easier. There's much less resistance in the flow state, and that will actually get me to my task quicker. And once you start to understand that, it becomes easier and easier to push yourself back into that flow state. Third thing I want to say is affirmations, and especially morning affirmations. The things that you absorb when you just wake up are actually extremely important, because you actually just come from a flow state when you just wake up, because you come from your subconscious mind and you're re-entering your conscious mind. So everything that you absorb and consume in that, let's say, first half an hour before you wake up is extremely important. Me personally, I will not be on my phone the first half an hour or maybe even an hour before I wake up, because everything that I watch in the first half an hour or hour after I wake up is going to be absorbed into my subconscious mind. It's going to affect my frequency. is going to affect the rest of my day. So I'm very aware of what I consume all day, but especially in the morning. My subconscious mind portals are open, and I don't want to consume things that are going to lower my vibration, and with that make me manifest lower vibrational events as well. So what I do instead is that in the morning I put on morning affirmations. You know, you can type this into YouTube. I really like Jason Stevenson, who has like I am affirmations. And if you do this in the morning, I promise you, if you do this every day in the morning, it's gonna affect your life drastically, because these affirmations are really gonna imprint into your subconscious mind and make you enter this flow state for the rest of the day. Practice you can do to get into a more feminine, soft energy is meditation. You can type that into YouTube, guided meditation, where people talk you into the meditative state, or you can do this by yourself, where you take some time for yourself, get comfortable, close your eyes and focus on your breathing. And if thoughts come up, that is completely fine, but you then decide to not feed them energy and also immediately let them go. But do not try to resist thoughts, because thoughts will always occur. But it is about then not feeding the thoughts. So whenever a thought arises, you just kind of like let it go, like a cloud swifting off in the wind. This meditative state is also a state of flow. It is a state where you let go of control, you let go of your survival instinct, you let go of taking action. So you're stepping out of the masculine into the feminine and step into that creator energy, that you're the creator of life. Now, the fifth and final tip that I want to give you to step into your feminine energy is scripting. When you're in your feminine energy, you understand that you're the creator of life. You decide what happens to your life. And the best way to manifest things into your life is through scripting. And with scripting, I mean writing down how you want your life to go. Scripting is writing down future scenarios of how you want your life to go, how you want certain days to go, or how you want your month to go, or how you want your year to go. And you write it in a way as if it already happened. You can script before you start working. Okay, how do you want your day to go? I want to work from my feminine flow energy. I want to discover something new. I want to work smarter and not harder. That you want to work from your flow state, or you script it in a way where that work day has already happened and you achieved XYZ. You're writing about a future scenario in a new job if you're trying to manifest a new job, or with a loved one, or whatever it is. Scripting is basically writing the book of your life, and it really works. With scripting, you're basically narrating your life. You're becoming the creator. You're looking at your life as a blank canvas and understand that you can fill in the blanks and you can script the things that you want happening to you. And that is feminine energy, because feminine energy is the creator, is the point of attraction, the nurture and the love, the unconditional love that is behind everything. If you watch this video up until here, you start to realize that most of my tips were actually just about manifestation, but that is what feminine energy is also about. It is about faith. It is about trust, taking back the role of creating your own life and manifesting things into your life. If you watched up until now, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I would love if you leave me a like or subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. That would be amazing. And I would love to see you in my next video.